about computer hardware. Now, talk about strengths in computer system. Today's computer system come in variety of sizes, shapes, and computing capabilities. Rapid hardware and software development and changing user needs continue to drive the emergence of new models of computers, from the smallest handheld personal digital assistant for end users to the large multiple CPU machine for the enterprise. Now, let's have a recap about the classification or categories of computers. Number one is the mainframe computers. Mainframe computers used by large corporations requiring large databases, complex calculation, and speedy data processing. Number two is the mid-range computers, which are smaller computers compared to mainframe computers and are typically used by medium-sized companies. They are easier to operate and do not require special technical staff. Number three is the microcomputers, are small computers that fit on desktop or on your briefcase. They can only service one user at a time. Types of microcomputers. Personal computers are desktop or portable computers that can run easy-to-use programs such as word processing or spreadsheet computers. These are the examples of PC computers. Now, the workstation are expensive, powerful desktop machines mainly used by engineers and scientists for sophisticated purposes. Now, we have now a recap for categories. Now, let us go to computer generation. It is important to realize that major changes and trends in computer systems have occurred during a major stages or generation of computing and will continue into the future. The first generation of computers developed in the early 1950s. The second generation blossomed during the late 1960s, and the third generation took computing into 1970s, and the fourth generation has been computer technology of 1980s and 1990s. A fifth generation of computers that accelerates the trends of previous generation is expected to evolve as we enter the 21st computing. Involve massive computers using hundreds or thousands of Wacom cubes for their processing and memory circuitry. These large computers generated enormous amounts of heat. Their Wacom cubes had to be replaced frequently, that they had a large electrical power, air conditioning, and maintenance requirements. First generation computers had main memories of only few thousand characters and milliseconds and processing speed. They used magnetic drums or tape for secondary storage, and punch cards or paper tape as input and output media. Second generation computing used transistor and other solid-state semiconductor devices that were wired to circuit boards in computers. Transistorized circuits were much smaller and much more reliable. Generated digital heat were less expensive and required less power than Wacom cubes. Tiny magnetic cores were used for the computer's memory or internal storage. Many second generation computers had main memory capacity of less than 100 kilobytes and microseconds. Processing speed. Removable magnetic disks packs were introduced and magnetic tape emerged as a major input, output, and secondary storage medium for large computer installations. The third generation computing saw the development of computers that use integrated circuits, in which thousands of transistors and other circuit elements are etched on tiny chips of silicon. Main memory capacity increased to several megabytes, and processing speed jumped to millions of instructions per second. As telecommunications capabilities become common, this made it possible for operating systems programs to come into widespread use that automated and supervised activities of many types of peripheral devices and processing by mainframe computers of several programs at the same time, frequently involving networks of users at remote terminals. Integrated circuit technology also made possible the development and widespread use of small computers called mini-computers in third computer generation. Fourth generation computing relies on the use of LSI, large-scale integration, and BSI, very large-scale integration technologies. that cram hundreds of thousands or millions of transistors and other circuit elements on each chip. This enables the development of microprocessors in which all the circuits of CPU are contained on a single chip with processing speeds of millions of instructions per second. Main memory capacities ranging from few megabytes to several gigabytes can also be achieved by memory chips that replace magnetic core memories. Microcomputers, which were microprocessors, CPUs, and variety of peripheral devices and easy-to-use software packages to form small personal computer system or client-server networks of linked system servers are hallmark of fourth generations of computing, which accelerated and downsizing of computing systems. Where we are moving to fifth generation of computing is the subject of debate since the concept of generation may no longer fit the continuum. Rapid changes occurring in computer hardware, software data, and networking technology. But in any case, we can be sure that progress in computing will continue to accelerate, and the development of internet-based technologies and applications will be one of the major forces driving computing into the 21st century.
I will discuss about the classification of computers. The first one is the microcomputer systems. Microcomputers are the most important category of computer systems for end users. Though usually called a personal computer or PC, a microcomputer is much more than a small computer for use by an individual. Itong microcomputers, ano lang siya, small computers, pero fit siya, pwede mo siyang dalhin anywhere, kasya siya sa box ko. Examples nito is, ayun, netbooks, yun, fit na fit yun sa bag mo. Then, laptops. The computing power of computers now exceeds that of the mainframes of previous computer generations at the fraction of their cost. Thus, they have become powerful network, professional workstations for end users in businesses. Ayan, yung microcomputers, madalas na ginagamit ng mga students at ng mga professionals, mga may trabaho. Merong types of microcomputers. Una, personal computer. Personal digital assistants designed for convenient mobile communications and computing. Tapos pangalawa, workstation computers that support applications with heavy mathematical computing and graphics display demands such as computer-aided design, engineering or investment and portfolio analysis in the securities industries. Ang workstations, ito ginagamit ng mga engineers at ng mga scientists. Workstations are expensive, powerful desktop machines being used by engineers and scientists for sophisticated purposes. Then, network servers. They are usually more powerful microcomputers that coordinate telecommunications and resource sharing in small local area networks or LANs and internet and intranet websites. Multimedia systems. Multimedia. PCs are designed to present you with information in a variety of media, including text, graphics, displays, voice and other digitized audio, photographs, animation, and video clips. Yun nga, multimedia ginagamit ito para makabuo ng mga animations, video clips, parang kagaya sa movie maker, video maker, gano'n. Network computers. Network computers are thus a major microcomputer category designed primarily for use with the internet and corporate intranets by clerical workers, operational employees, data processing capabilities are being replaced by intelligent terminals. The intelligent terminals, which are modified network PCs, network computers, or other network devices. Intelligent terminals can perform data entry and some information processing tasks independently. Ayan. Yung pangalawang classification naman ng computers is mind-range computer systems, including mini-computers and high-end network servers, are multi-user systems that can manage networks of PCs and terminals. Though not as powerful as mainframe computers, they are less costly to buy, operate, and maintain than mainframe computers. Mind-range computers first became popular as mini-computers for scientific research, instrumentation systems, engineering analysis, and industrial process monitoring and control. Ngayon nga, sabi nga, mind-range computers, popular din siya tinatawag na mini-computers. Pero they are easier to operate and do not require special technical staff. Tapos, mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are large, fast, and powerful computer systems. For example, mainframes can process hundreds of million instructions per second. Mainframes also have large primary storage capacities. Their main memory capacity can range from hundreds of megabytes to many gigabytes of primary storage. Yung mainframe computers na isa sa mga classification of computers. Ito, yung mainframe used by large corporations requiring large databases, complex calculations, and speedy data processing. Isa pang classification of computers, supercomputer systems. The term supercomputer describes a category of extremely powerful computing systems specifically designed for scientific, engineering, and business applications requiring extremely high speeds for massive numeric computations. They use supercomputers for applications such as global weather forecasting, military defense systems, computational cosmology and astronomy, microprocessors, research and design, large-scale data mining, and so on. Supercomputers, yun nga, sila ay high-capacity computers that cost of millions of dollars. Occupy space, kailangan sa supercomputers, mga occupation sa kanya, special air condition room, and are open for use for research. Sa research lang yung ginagamit yung mga supercomputers. Okay, second topic is computers. Computer processing systems, yung bilang ng operating system ng computer. Then, node. Registers are small, high-speed storage circuitry elements in CPU used to temporarily store parts of an instruction or data element during the execution of an instruction. Cache memory is a high-speed temporary storage area in the CPU for storing parts of a program or data for faster access by the CPU during processing. Yun nga, yung registers and cache memory. Registers, small, high-speed. Yung cache memory naman, high-speed temporary storage. Yung cache, ano siya, yung high-speed temporary storage siya dun sa CPU. Yes, yung registers, small high-speed storage sa circuitry element sa CPU. That's all.
My report is all about input devices, output devices, and storage devices. So this discussion first was the input devices. There are some topics or the parts of the input devices are point vision, web-based computing, voice recognition and response, and optical scanning. So the first one is the pointing devices. Commonly, yung keyboards na nakikita natin, yung one of the widely used na input devices. Pero yung iba ay meron pa tayo na examples. So, pointing devices are often alternative for issuing commands, making choices, and responding to prompts displayed on your computer screen. Yun nga, iba input devices. Parang nagbibigay tayo ng info dun sa mga hardwares na to. Tapos i-input nila yun sa computer. Then dun natin nakikita yung info na in-input natin. Then, these are the examples of input devices. Electronic mouse. The first one is the electronic mouse, which is the most popular pointing device. Siguro naman nakikita natin mula pa ng first year, magamit na tayo ng electronic mouse. Mouse dun sa set ng computer. So the next one is the trackball. Trackball is a stationary device related to the mouse. You turn a roller ball with only its top exposed outside the space to move the cursor and the screen. Like the electronic mouse, ang gamit din nito is yung parang pagalawin yung cursor para papunta din sa selected item na gusto mo. Then the next one is the pointing stick, or other called as trackball. A small button-like device, sometimes likened to the razor head of a pencil. It is usually centered one row above the space bar of a keyboard. The cursor moves in the direction of the pressure you place on the stick. Ibig sabihin, susunod yung cursor. Kung magpe-press ka doon, dun sa button na yun, susunod yung cursor kung saan yung gusto. Then the next one is the touchpad. Ito yung modern na paligitan na nakikita natin ngayon, the touchpad. A small rectangular touch-sensitive surface usually placed below the keyboard. The cursor moves in the direction your finger moves on the pad. Ito makikita mo sa laptops. Yung mga laptops na yung parang spare doon, kahit na hindi ka gumamit ng mouse, nakakapag-move ka ng cursor. Then, the last one is the touch keys. Pero naman, nakikita natin yan. Kahit sa cyber zone, maraming mga touch keys dyan. Then, mga devices, mga gadgets. So, alam na natin yun. So, meaning nito is that allow you to use a computer by touching the surface of its video. Yun nga, by touch lang, kaya tinawag na touch screen, the name itself. So, the next one is the pen-based computing. Pen-based computing, base na sa pangalan niya, pen. Ibig sabihin, may gamit tayong pen. Halimbawa naman noon is yung stylus. Stylus na makikita natin sa mga basta mga gadgets. Gumagamit ka ng pen. May mga cellphones na gumagamit ng pen. Parang instead of touching by fingers, pen yung ginagamit. Yun yung pen-based computing. Example niyan are the digitizer pen at sa graphics tablet. Yung sa graphics tablet, syempre ginagamit yun sa graphics. Tapos, yun. Then the next one is the voice recognition. magsalita ka lang, nare-recognize mo yung gadget, tapos magpuproduce ko ng sound, kung ano may sinabi ko. So, yeah. Voice recognition systems analyze and classify speech or vocal patterns and convert them into digital codes for entry into a computer system. Yun nga, gaya na sinabi ko, pag nagsalita ka, pag na-crack yun ng voice recognition. Recognizer ng gadget na yun, i-analyze mo ng gadget, tapos parang may process na dadaanan yun, tapos maririnig mo na siya through that gadget. Then the next one, yung example nun, speaker na yung connected sa computer, microphones, then maririnig mo siya by speaker. Then the next one is optical scanning. Optical scanning devices read text or graphics and convert them into digital media for your computer. Thus, optical scanning enables to direct entry of data from source documents into a computer system. Yan, kapag gumamit tayo ng scanner, diba, halimbawa nila sa pag-scan ng picture, ilalagay lang doon sa scanner, and then makikita mo na doon yung scan ng picture sa computer. Parang binabasa ng scanner yung picture na nilagay mo doon o ano mga documents, tapos makikita mo na yun sa computer.
Swipe cards. E-access. E-access. Yun yung gamit namin. Yun yung gamit namin.
megabytes and terabytes depends kung gaano kadami yung tubo ng bits. Kapag kilobytes, 1,000 of bytes, 1,000 of bits. Megabytes, megabytes, then gigabytes and terabytes. Megabytes is roughly 1 million bytes of storage, while a gigabyte is roughly 1 billion, and terabytes represents about 1 trillion. The next is the direct access and sequential access. Kapag yung natawag natin direct access, yun is the primary storage media such as semiconductor memory chips, or kadalasan sinatawag na random access memories. Magnetic disk devices are frequently called direct access storage dust or dust. Sa kabila naman na is yung sequential access, media such as magnetic tapes. Kung direct access, magnetic disk, sa kabila naman is magnetic tapes. The terms direct access and random access describe the same concept. They mean that unfundamental data are instructions such as a byte or word that will be stored and retrieved selecting and using any of the locations of the storage media. They also mean that each storage media or storage position has a unique address and can be individually accessed. Parang ibig sabihin may specific storage siya, may kita mo siya agad, ma-access mo siya agad. Then, semiconductor memory. Dito sa semiconductor memory, nandiyan na yung RAM at saka ROM. Meaning ng RAM, random access memory. These memory chips are the most widely used primary storage medium. Each memory position can be both sensed or read and changed or written. So it is what we call read or write memory. This is a volatile memory. Then, other semiconductor memory is the ROM, which is read-only memory. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya mababago, hindi mo siya may susulat. Can be read but not erased or overwritten. Frequently used control instructions in the control unit and programs in primary storage, such as parts of the operating system, can be permanently burned into storage cells during manufacture. This is sometimes called firmware. Variations include ROM or programmable read-only memory and EEPROM. Diba sabi ko is the first na ng ROM is PROM, which is programmable read-only memory, and the other one is the EEPROM, which is erasable programmable read-only memory. Programmable, pwede mo manipulated. Erasable, ibig sabihin pwede mo that can be permanently or temporarily programmed after manufacture, depending yun sa'yo. Then, the next one is the magnetic disk storage. Magnetic disk storage, kung sabihin yung mga CDs na ginagamit natin. Magnetic disks are the common form of secondary storage for your computer system. That's because it provides fast access and high storage capacity at a reasonable cost. Marami na nga mabibilin ba kahit saan. Yung blank disk, kahit sa CDR, makakabili ka ng 8.6, meron ganon. Then, yun, types of magnetic disk. The first one is the floppy disk, hard disk drive, space. Yung 8 pesos pala na yun is the hard disk, hindi yung floppy disk. Kasi mahal yung floppy disk. Floppy disk, meaning na is our magnetic diskettes. Consist of polyester film disk covered with an iron oxide compound. Yung parang spare siya. Magpa-flash naman yung video. A single disc is mounted and retains freely inside a protected flexible and hard plastic jacket. Plastic jacket, kung makikita nyo, may iba't ibang kulay siya. Makikita mo siya parang spare siya. Nasa loob yung disc. Yun. Yung makikita mong spare, jacket yun. Jacket mo yung disc. Then, the 3.5-inch floppy disk with capacities of 1.44 megabytes is the most widely used version, with a newer LS120 technology offering 120 megabytes of storage. The next one is the hard disk drives, combined with disk access arms and read or write heads into a sealed module. Yun yung kalimitan natin na nakikita ngayon na yung CDs, DVDs, disc tapes. These are the higher speeds, greater data recording within a sealed, more stable environment. These are movable disk cartridge. Versions are available. Capacities of hard drives range from several hundred megabytes or to gigabytes of storage. Marami na yung marami na siya, depende sa amount. Depende sa amount na gagamitin mo sa disk, yung i-store mo. Then the RAID stands for Redundant Arrays of Independent Disks. Ibig sabihin arrays, yung parang napalupatan siya, nalalagyan siya na maraming disks. Marami siya nalagyan ng disks. These arrays are of interconnected microcomputer hard disk drives. Replace large capacities mainframe disk drives to provide many gigabytes of online storage. The large capacities and high quality images and sound of DVD technology are expected to eventually replace CD-ROM and CD-RW technologies for data storage and promise to accelerate the use of DVD drives for multimedia products that can be used in both computers and home entertainment systems. Ang kalimitan mo na makikita kapag sa maramihan, yung malaki kang parang laboratory na kailangan siya ng maraming disk. Yun. Meron silang RAID, redundant arrays of independent disk. Kasi marami silang gamit, diba? Maraming may store, maraming disk na kailangan. So, parang organized and then di magkakamali. May sarili-sarili silang lalagyan. Parang naka-arrange na siya. Ayun, that's all. That's my
Hi, I'm John, and I'm going to give you a guided tour of the latest revolution in computer technology, the Mac-Tini, the smallest computer in the world. You'll notice it only has one key, but it still performs all the functions of a regular keyboard. For instance, if I want to type the letter A, I press it once. For the letter Z, I press it, you guessed it, 26 times. Okay, how about punctuation? For a comma, I hold it down for 4 seconds, release it for 2, and then rat-a-tat-tat. This and all the other combinations are explained in the manual. The Mac-Tini is also a fully integrated entertainment system. It's perfect for listening to music, watching movies, or even giving a business presentation. Since I started this commercial, we've brought out a newer, smaller computer, the Mac-Tini Nano, rendering this one obsolete. Thanks for watching.